I came from the most extreme Muslim town in Tunisia. It used to be the capital, and through that town, Islam spread to Europe, to the whole area of North Africa, and then to Europe, to Spain. And my mom's family originally are Jewish. 5 generations ago, they were threatened by death, and they were forced to be Muslims in order to keep their life. The other side of my grandpa's house, it was a marabout, it was a saint. I don't know if you know about this phenomenon in North Africa, but there is always a kind of mosque with a tomb, and people will come there to ask for prayer, promises, and they will slide a sheep when they have received an answer for their prayer. So my grandpa from my father's side was one of them, and he was so famous in my region. Actually, we lived as families in that mosque. Till today, there is sacrifices happening there almost every year. So this is where I grew up, and I have a big head. I was really proud because how people treated us as kids and as member of this family, and not because only of this, but because I was praying and I got answers. And I don't know, I mean, it's not a Muslim education. I will pray, if I see 2 people fighting, I will pray, please, God, please reconcile them, that's not good. If someone is sick, I will pray and God will answer, he will be healed. And I got that big head. I said, wow, I think I inherit that gift from my grandpa. So when I was very little, I used to pray in my own way. The family is very conservative. You know, there is many duties in Islam, 5 times of prayer, how to wash, and I was not doing any of them because I thought I am special, and I came to go straight away to God. My father asked me, why did you stood up for prayer without washing? I said, well, do you think that God mind if I am dirty? I will not mind. And I used to pray a prayer I invent, not from the Quran, because I can't understand Quran. Even when I grew up and I have a master in Arabic and I can't understand it, and I always thought, why should I repeat these words that I didn't understand? Why should I stood up in front of God and say blah blah blah? I would stand in front of him and say things from my heart, and I want to talk to him because I don't want to pretend that I am talking to him. I want to do it really from my heart. And of course the family were laughing at me. I was very young, I was doing this, and I remember they will make jokes about me standing up all of a sudden and go to pray. Yeah. So the education of Muslims, I don't know, maybe if someone hear that and he used to be Muslim, he will understand. My father is an imam, actually he's a sheikh, and he's a prime school director too, and he was very severe. My grandpa was an army too, so they were very strict, and I grew up and I was very proud. I am strict, I do things not the right way, but for me it's the right way, and I was very proud, and I thought God is giving me a special gift. I was punished once. I forgot exactly what I did, but my father and my mom told me that God will hold me from eyelashes and he will get something from here through here to here, and it was so scary. And I was 7 or less. I was not still in the school. I was less than 7. I went to the roof and I was crying, and I said, I was talking loudly. I said, please don't do that, it's so painful, please don't do that to me. And looking from our roof, it was a field of almonds and olive. It was so beautiful, and the clouds coming up, and summer clouds, so light and so white and so peaceful. And I heard a voice, a peaceful voice saying, do you believe that the one who make all this beauty will hang you from your eyelashes? I said, no, of course not. And he said literally in my own dialect, I am more than a king, I am your father. And it's a blasphemous, it's something really wrong in my Muslim culture. So I said, oh, forgive me, Lord, I should not say that. And he said it again, I am more than a king, I am your father. And then I kept it in my heart till 18. And I thought, this is my word. I am the only human being in this world is allowed to say this to him. I knew when I was 18 that other people are kids too. That was not only me. So when I was 15, my cousin passed away in an horrible accident. There were 6 of them, and it was only him. He was almost my age, and I was confused, and I was half paralyzed because I was really shocked, and I cried a lot, and I can't understand, and I was really angry, and I really was angry with him, and I said, why did you do that? You didn't know he's my cousin, you should not do that to him. And for 3 years I tried to kill myself many times, and somehow God saved me. And the way I choose to kill myself, because I thought that God is angry with me, and I'm not sure anymore if he's kind to me or not, if he even care for us or not as a human. I was really confused. And I thought God is punishing me because I had a lot of questions. I was not washing, and I was not praying properly, and I was using my own words to pray. So I thought it's a kind of punishment. And it was, for me, God was so evil, and I hated him from the bottom of my heart. But I was afraid. And I went back for 3 years, and I was doing everything exactly the way he went. I prayed exactly, and if I make a little mistake, I will redo the prayer. And I will wash and wash and wash and wash before I go to pray. And if I do a little mistake, I will redo it again. It was a nightmare. I was doing it. I was a slave. I was really a slave. It's a bad thing when you are a slave. I was really a slave. And I was scared, and I was afraid, and I was confused. And I choose to go back to the Quran and to read the Quran word by word. And I'm not allowing myself to make any mistake while I was reading. And each paper, because my mom had got it, because it was a shock for the family, so my mom got depressed, and she got strong medicine for depression. So I stole her medicine, and I put it in the Quran. And as soon as I finish one paper, I will swallow one. And God didn't allow this to happen somehow. It was a strong medicine. Till now, I can't understand how he kept my life. So, my mom was screaming at night. She was traumatized. She was shocked, and she started seeing things. I slept with her in the bed, and I held my hands, and I wished that God will hear my prayer like before. He used to answer my prayers. I said, Lord, please don't leave us in that situation. That's horrible. And I prayed for my mom. And I slept. And it was winter. There was a strong storm outside. And for the first time I used to hear his voice, always peaceful and nice. That night he was angry. He was like yelling. He was like very, very angry. He says, he's like thanking me, wake up. The highest name, it was my own dialect again. The highest name in front of me is not Muhammad. All of a sudden I stood up from the bed, and I wake up my mom, and I was so terrified. I said, Mom, I heard a voice saying that the highest name in front of me is not Muhammad. Mom was scared again. And she says, Reem, she gave me some verses to read from Quran, and I turned off the light, I went back to bed. I was so scared, and I heard a voice threatening me to kill one of my family's members if I do say that. So I never said that, but I was always praying in my heart, God, please, I'm praying in the highest name that you know, and I don't know yet. For 3 years I was praying that prayer, for 3 years. And I never dare share this with anyone. It was a secret. Because the threat was very clear. He will damage my family and he will kill them. So when I was 18, I left my home for the first time. And the first week at the university, we were in the amphitheater. There were 300, almost 300 students. And all of a sudden, a girl came up from the door, and she has a red cross, pearl, but it was red. And I looked at her, and I didn't know the word anointed, but she looked so special. She has like a shiny face. And I start screaming inside, "Oh Lord, you're so evil. Are you taking her to hell? You're taking her to hell? Why? She doesn't deserve that." So I don't know how I finished this hour. Straight away, I jumped from my seat. And I went, and even before I greet her, I said, "Please take this off, you will go to hell." She looked at me very peacefully. She introduced herself. And she said, "Do you want to talk about heaven and hell? Let's talk about it." And we have our first meeting on the public garden. And the first time in my life I saw the Bible, I was just flipping the book. And the first thing that shows, it was a title, it was not even a verse. But God, the Heavenly Father. And I looked at her and said, "Is it, you said Father? You can say Father to him?" She said, "Yes." "All of you?" She said, "Yes." "Are you allowed?" She said, "Yes." And then I opened the books again and flipped the papers again. And then my eyes come on that verse. You're not saved by your good deeds. You're only saved by grace. So I was, for 3 years, I was sticking to prayer, washing, reading, learning the Quran, and still no peace, still nothing, and I felt as a slave, and I felt so bad more, and here I think, no, not because of all of this. It's only a grace. And it was like a moment. I didn't need her to say anything. And then I continued, and then I saw that verse. And then I was really shocked and started to cry. The verse said, "The highest name given under the sky and on the earth, that people shall be saved, is Jesus' name." That's simple, that's clear. Very simple and very, very clear. So after 3 years of that trauma, I finally knew. I gave my life. I don't remember when exactly. But when I give my life, because I am an emotional extreme person, I do say from the bottom of my heart, "God, I'm ready to go to death. Now I'm not afraid anymore, and this is the truth, and I'm ready to walk to you. I'm ready to walk with you till death." And since I said that first week, I started to experience a lot of beautiful things with the government, with the secret police, with people, with the students, with family, and it was horrible but very beautiful at the same time, because God always was there. He was always there. God is there in every detail. We need just to notice Him, give glory to Him.